Come on, I'll let you buy me a beer.
What's so funny?
Little FAUSS and big HALSY, men and their machine. Motorbike racing was the game, always pushing on for one more win. It takes nerve to take that curve, nerves of steel climbing that hill, twisting that grip. FAUSS and big HALSY. Tomorrow's just another day to race away. One more win, that's all we've got to do. It takes guts when the going gets rough. You gotta be tough, give it your best, facing that death. Little FAUSS and big HALSY. No one hardly knew their name. With no praise and gain, no fame. Always there when the numbers they were called. Going in a rush, chewing that brush. Gotta move on tomorrow, they're gone, seared to our crust.
Hey, Ma, just had one beer, Ma. Hi.
I'll have my whip and wonder now, Ma.
Tales of hard times and struggles for success are nothing new in music. And in Judy Collins' case, it now seems that at last she's collecting some of the praise that is her due. From her 1968 album, Who Knows Where the Time Goes, we took Rolf Kemp's Hello Hooray, with a background including some nice rhythm guitar from Stephen Stills. And now from 1971, Brian Davison's Every Which Way, and Bed Ain't What It Used to Be.
Chris, you're the voice behind the new ABC radio program, Room to Move. How different is this program going to be compared with other commercial radio pop programs?
Well, for a start, we would like to play music that is not at the moment being played anywhere else on Australian radio. It sort of seems to sort of fit in between what's currently being played on commercial radio and someone like Arch McCurdy, for example.
Do you call yourself an underground program, or what actually is the program?
No. I dislike tags very much.
Is underground a dirty word to you?
Oh, no, it's not a dirty word. It's just terribly restrictive, as all labels are. You know, folk and classical folk and folk rock and all the labels that are kicking around at the moment. There's just an awful lot of Butte music that's not being played, which ranges from someone like Judy Collins that we started the program with, to The Flock and Canned Heat, or whatever you like to think of. It's a very widely separated form of music, and it's very difficult to put one label on them all.
How often are we going to hear this program?
Once a week.
And for how long?
1 hour.
Do you think this is a small time at all to hear a program?
For this sort of music, yes, because a lot of them, all of it being album tracks, and some of them not being 3 minutes long, but running into 5 or perhaps 8, even 10 minutes long. It tends to restrict what you can play.
And who are you aiming it at? What section of the audience?
My age group. I think sort of maybe from 18 into late 20s.
Have you been a disc jockey, if one could use the term, for very long, or is this something new to you?
Very new. Very new.
What were you doing before this?
I've been involved with professional theatre since the beginning of last year, and before that, just amateur theatre. In fact, I was working for an advertising agency before that, and I was at university before that again. So I've had a fairly brief experience in any sort of field related to this at all.
Are you going to be playing your own personal choice of music, or music you think people would like to hear, or what?
Oh, mainly my own personal choice, which is fairly wide. And of course there'll be some, of course, that I feel I'll have to play. Not with regret, of course, but obviously my interest in music hasn't allowed me to sort of look at all sorts of music that there is around. And obviously if I'm going to do a program, I'll have to be slightly more Catholic, if you like, in my taste on air, at any rate.
Are you trying to fill a gap that you think is there at the moment in the radio market?
Oh, yes, very much so. I see so often and talk to people sort of around about my age, and even letters recently on the back of Gossip complaining that there's no outlet for so much of the music that's available at the moment. It must be a very slow process for groups, local groups particularly, who are sort of getting into this field of perhaps slightly more serious pop music and not having any outlet for it, because people who are interested in this sort of music are probably, I don't want to be nasty, but are probably a little bit precious about the sort of music they like, and would tend to be reluctant to buy a sort of local album on spec, whereas they probably wouldn't mind taking a risk on an overseas album. But with this sort of program, which could be an outlet for sort of music which wouldn't have an outlet elsewhere, would have that sort of advantage.
Do you find that between states and Australia there's an enormous difference in radio station policy, especially commercial radio stations?
Melbourne and Sydney, from recent experience, seem to have fairly similar, rather short-sighted policy, perhaps.
Surely that's a rather nice way of putting it, though.
Well, I don't mean to be. I don't like the music the commercial stations play, but they are bound by a fairly strict policy, because they're in the business of selling products, and I just want to play music.
Turn around once and we'll do the eagle run.